Hi, thank you for watching. I wanted to make this video today because if every one of us loved what we're doing, then we would all be a whole lot happier and we wouldn't be working. Many of us don't love what we're doing, but we do it so we can afford to put food on the table and such. And for some of us even, the workplace can be so miserable that it literally consumes our whole lives. But we continue doing it for various reasons, an unstable job market and the fear of quitting being some of those reasons. I've personally been in both these situations before, not loving my job and being miserable. So I come from a place that is very familiar with this issue, so I really understand the struggles. Now, I do believe that things can get better, and if a first-generation immigrant from a struggling country with no college degree can figure it out, then you can too. And I believe that these next tips that I'm going to share can absolutely make a big difference in your life. Also, starting today through Thursday, April 30th, I'm giving you the opportunity to win 2 $100 gift cards to Amazon.com. Mother's Day is coming soon, so you can keep one card for yourself and buy something for mom with the other, whatever you want to do, but essentially somebody will start next weekend with $200 to shop. The gift cards will be sent electronically via email, so you can literally start using them immediately. To enter to win, you just have to be subscribed to my YouTube channel. That's literally it and nothing else. Everybody subscribed from now till the 30th of next week at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time will be entered to win the gift cards. And since my email subscribers are already entered into all the giveaways, if you are getting my email and you're subscribed on YouTube, then your name will be featured twice in the drawing, and so of course that's always nice. So that's it, good luck, and let's get into today's topic. The first step I really believe cannot be skipped is figuring out, why do you hate your job? Is it because of the people or the company that you work for? Or is it that simply you're not passionate about what you're doing, or you just don't love the industry that you're in? The reason why it's so important to know these things before putting a very blank statement over yourself that you hate your job is because you could jump the gun and go to another company thinking that it will be better there, and then end up unhappy again because the underlying reason was that you actually don't love the industry itself. When we are feeling unhappy, we tend to confuse the situation a little bit and misunderstand the real reasons behind what we're feeling. If it's the job itself, then the solution is to go to a different company. That is when you revamp your resume, and I made a video about how to put together a creative resume. Then you start job hunting, networking, while very cleverly marketing yourself. And I made a video about that as well. Both videos are linked below if you would like to watch and get some inspiration. Now, if it's the industry that you hate, then you have to figure out what you would love doing, and not just love doing, but find out what you would love doing that can also comfortably pay your bills, because that's important. And I keep referencing past videos because if you know me, you know that I don't like making videos that repeat content. So in the interest of time and quality of new content, I will link a third video below that is called How to Find a Job You Love. It is a very detailed video with very structured content. Even Johnson & Johnson Careers tweeted about it. So even though it's an older video and it has some mono audio issues, so listen on your speakers, it's not any less valuable, and I think that will be a phenomenal start. Now, I get a lot of messages, and quite often I get questions like, what should I do to feel better right now? Or what can I do to change things instantly? And that scares me a little bit because the moments of happiness and success that are long-term and sustainable don't happen like that. It's a process, and many of us don't like that. I don't like that, but we can either choose to accept that and start shifting our view on things and start doing what is necessary, or risk continuously being unhappy and disappointed because short-term fixes don't work long-term. So while you're in this discovery phase and you're taking the steps from any one of the 3 videos that I just mentioned, depending of course on where you are right now, and so you are preparing for success, here are some things to do while you are still having to wake up and go to that job that you don't love. The mind will be your everything during this time, so I recommend to start focusing more on what you want rather than how much you hate your current situation or how much you want to get away from it. The first thing you could do is you could think about developing skills. So rather than focusing on serving a sentence at work, you should start shifting your focus toward developing or bettering a skill set that can lay your future foundation. So what can you learn or get better at? Is it Excel, PowerPoint, HTML, Photoshop? Of course, you would have to know what your foundation needs first, and that's why I started with the importance of figuring out where you currently are and where you want to go, because once you figure out those things, you'll know exactly what's needed to get you where you want to be. Here, you can and you should not only use some evenings when you get home or weekends to develop skills, but also some lunch breaks to solicit tips from other co-workers that perhaps have the skills you want to learn. And if somebody's asking you, why do you want to learn this? You can simply say that it's something that looks very interesting and you are always excited to learn new things, blah, blah. Nobody needs to know. When I immigrated to the States, the only thing I knew how to do computer-wise was to push the power button. That was it. I taught myself how to use all the Microsoft programs. Even with these videos, I didn't have anybody teaching me anything. I had to go online and start watching tutorials, and I taught myself how to do everything that you see here. I do my own lighting and I do all of my own editing. So the bottom line is you have to research, read, watch, and get excited throughout the day to go home and learn something new. Learn the things that will get you where you want to be. There's nothing that you cannot learn by yourself. That shift in attitude will be half the battle in dealing with the job you don't love. The next step, and this is something that you will kind of need to do every day, is to develop the ability to not let the things that happen at work affect you. And I know that sounds easier said than done, but one way to do this is by envisioning an armored suit on your body, strong, like a shield, so to speak, that will protect you from the people and events around you, because they won't be able to get through the armor and to your skin. If that is tough to visualize, then imagine yourself surrounded by this beautiful, powerful golden light, an aura like of protective energy so strong that the negative vibrations can get through to you because they'll be repelled. Whatever visual exercise works for you, just take 2 minutes in your car or in the bathroom before walking into the workplace and put on your protective shield. Another really practical exercise here is to visualize yourself in the white picket fence space that I talked about in a previous email. I sent that email when I launched a video on how to not take things personally. If you haven't received it because you are not part of the email family, you can sign up below, and same day you'll receive a welcome message from me with a link to all the previously emailed content that's really organized very neatly by video title, and so you can go to the one about not taking things personally, read and start practicing. The color exercise from that email will also be very beneficial. So between those two exercises and the armored shield that you are wearing, you should see a notable difference and leave work less heavy and less affected by it. I'm also going to link the video to how to not take things personally because it might help as well. I believe it would, actually. The next tip is to have a visual reminder in sight that this job is just temporary. Now, I would avoid putting something that bluntly says, this is only temporary, because that will raise obvious doubts in the minds of your coworkers and management, and quite frankly, you don't want to add to your daily pressure the risk of endangering your current job, be it sucky and all. So if you are going for a quote or a phrase, it should be something that only you can understand. For me, I had made a miniature vision board. It's about this big. And I knew I wanted to do what I'm doing now, write and inspire other people. So on my little vision board, I had a picture of a home office with white furniture and a laptop on the desk. So take that dream that you have, attach a visual image to it, and put that someplace where you can see it very frequently while you're at work, and be constantly reminded that this is about the bigger picture and not just the current situation. Now, one of the things that I also did while I was in that time period where I didn't love what I was doing and I felt really down is I incorporated comedy in my weekly routine. You could listen to a funny radio show, podcast, or CD on your way to work. You could watch a sitcom or a comedy every Sunday night. You could go to a comedy show during the week, Netflix something. There are so many different things that you could do to get some laughs. And I really recommend doing that as often as possible. I always watch something really funny on Sunday nights, typically Family Guy, even now, because it takes my mind away from everything that I have to do come Monday. I also incorporate humor throughout the week, and that has always helped me to just kind of like keep moving forward. Now, you have to remember that your job and what you're doing right now is not who you are, and it most definitely does not define your self-worth. So if you hate what you're doing, please don't allow the current situation to convince you that you're something less than what you really are. I wish all of us could do what we love from the get-go, but for most of us, that's not the case. For 11 years, I had to do various jobs I didn't like, some which I really hated. Now, I don't want to scare anybody and think, ooh la la, it could be a lifetime before I get to do what I love. Heck no. That was just for me, because I didn't start doing all the things that I'm sharing with you till later on. But sometimes the idea is that we have to do what we don't love. It sucks, and it's not fair, and it's not ideal. But sometimes things happen simply when we're ready for them to happen. The fact that you're watching this right now makes me believe that you're ready. So fight for what you want. Don't let things get the best of you. Strengthen your mind. Put in the time to do what's necessary. Don't let haters or naysayers take your power away from you. And trust that when all of your strengths are aligned, you will be that person living your dream, because that's when opportunities will come even from the most unexpected places. For more tips, please check the email or sign up to get the extra content that I don't have time to pack in these videos. Please keep your chin up, your back straight, your shoulders back, and go after what you want. I love you for watching today and every day, and I hope that good luck and success will follow you everywhere you go. Thank you for watching. Oh, and good luck in the giveaway. Bye!